Today, we're diving into the really high-stakes world of agentic AI. We're going to meet the guardians, the people whose job it is to figure out, how to build a leash for the digital dragons we're creating. So, let's just jump right in with a massive question. We're building AI that can learn and strategize and act all on its own. But as these things start to think for themselves, who's teaching them to think right? Honestly, it's one of the biggest challenges of our time, and that's exactly what we're breaking down today.
Okay, so to even try to answer that, we first have to get a handle on just how big this problem is. It all starts with something the experts call the Agentic AI challenge. So, what exactly is Agentic AI? Well, to put it simply, these aren't your typical computer programs that just, follow a script. No, these are AI systems built to operate on their own. You give them a goal and they figure out how to get there, making their own decisions and taking actions out in the world. So think less like a calculator and more like an autonomous project manager.
In all that autonomy, well, it brings up some pretty serious concerns. You can think of them as these dragons that AI safety experts have to go out and slay. First up, there's goal alignment. Does the AI want what we actually want? Then there's emergent misbehavior, the very real risk that it could develop harmful habits we never even saw coming. Then you've got transparency. Can we even peek inside its head and understand its logic? And of course, the big one, human AI boundaries. I mean, where does its freedom stop and our control start? So who are the people brave enough to actually face these dragons? Well, they're a totally new kind of specialist, the AI alignment expert. And look, this is not a one-person job. It's really more like a team of modern-day guardians. You've got your AI safety researchers, who are kind of like scouts, always looking for risks over the horizon. Then you have the alignment scientists. They're the philosophers trying to literally bake our values into the code. And you have policy consultants, the ones building the legal and ethical guardrails for this incredibly powerful tech. And even though they have all these different roles, they're all united by one single mission. And it all boils down to this: making sure that these intelligent agents stay aligned with human goals. That is the entire game. All right, so we know who they are and we know what drives them. But how do they actually do it? What kind of tools are they using? Come on, let's take a look inside the alignment toolkit. So at a high level, there are kind of two main schools of thought for training. On one side, you have constitutional AI. This is like giving the AI a set of core principles, a constitution it can never, ever violate, sort of a built-in moral compass. And then on the other side, you've got reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF. This is way more like training a dog. Humans give it feedback, rewarding the good stuff and correcting the bad stuff, so the AI learns what we prefer over time. Now, one of the most critical techniques is called red teaming. Think of it like this: you hire professional burglars to test out your home security system. A team of ethical hackers gets together with one mission: break the AI. They're actively trying to find loopholes and push it to do bad things, because the ways an AI can fail are often things a developer would never even think of. And every single weakness they find is a lesson that's used to make the whole system stronger. A huge problem is the whole black box thing. The AI gives you an answer, but you have no idea why. That's where these interpretability tools come in. They're kind of like scanners for the AI's mind. So for example, causal scrubbing helps trace a decision all the way back to its root cause. Then you've got tools like SHAP, which is designed to show you exactly what factors had the biggest influence on the AI's answer. And LIME works to explain just one prediction in a really simple, human-friendly way. The goal for all of them is the same: crack open that black box and make the AI's thinking transparent. So beyond just training and transparency, the toolkit has all these methods for really tough testing and safeguarding. LLM evaluation tools like TrueLens and Deep Checks, they're basically the final exam, grading the AI's performance and safety. And to push the AI to its absolute limits without any real-world risk, researchers use agent safety testbeds. Think of them as virtual obstacle courses in a totally safe, contained environment. And finally, to protect us, there are powerful data protection tools like PIS scrubbers that automatically remove our private information before the AI can even see it. Okay, we've seen the challenge, we've met the guardians, we've looked at their tools. But let's just pull back for a second and answer the most important question of all. Why does this work matter so much? At the end of the day, this is not just a technical problem that you can fix with better code. This is a deeply, deeply human project.
The work of AI alignment is really about embedding our ethics, our wisdom, and our shared values into the most powerful things we've ever created. It's about making sure the future they help build is one we actually want to live in.
And that brings us to the final, really crucial thought here. For decades, the big question in tech was always, can we? Can we build it faster, smarter, more powerful? But with Agentic AI, that question is fundamentally changing. It's not just can we anymore, it's should we? And maybe even more importantly, how do we make sure that what we build will keep acting in our best interests long after we've let go of the controls?